Hey everybody, Jeff Sari from The Practical Drummer here. I want to show you some interesting syncopation in 6/8 time. I love 6/8, it's a slow blues feel. And basically the groove is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 1 is on the bass drum. The snare's on the 4. The left foot in this case is on the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Up to speed. Now we usually add the ghost notes in between the hand and between the right hand, so it's so just before the 4, which would be the and of 3 and the and of 4, I don't hit usually, but you can actually hit the and of 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's this. So you can just experiment with that. So I like to add these ghost notes in just to fatten the groove up, a little up to speed. Okay, so what I want to do though is, I heard a song on Hair Nation, my jam by the way, I'm 45, so I listen to the 80s rock a lot. The House of Broken Love by Great White. They had a lot of hits in the 80s, and one of their, this song is really the one, I think the only one in 6/8 that they had, for a hit anyway. And I like it because the bass drum does not follow a regular blues pattern. What the drummer does is, instead of, they actually do the basic blues beat, but then he syncopates it a little bit. I'm going to show you that. So it's so that's adding the 3 and the 6 as well as the 1 and the 4 on the snare drum, right? So it gives it a rolling feel, and it's a basic blues 6/8 feel. But what's cool is he takes out some 1s, so he lets it ride on the 6, and that sounds really odd, right? So all things stay the same. Let me play one measure of regular and then one measure of this omitting the 1, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Then we'll get a little more creative with it. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see it's a little bit odd that a couple times I hit the 6 with the cymbal, and then one time I actually hit 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And if you roll back the tape, you can actually count it out and see what I'm talking about. So I think that's pretty cool when you let it ride. You can also do it on the closed hi-hat. 1. Okay, so there's something like that. But then I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool just to syncopate it for a few measures, playing no 1, not 1, 1. So you're just playing the 3 and the 6 on the bass drum. Okay? With or without accents. Let me try it without accents first. So I'll play a couple of measures of regular groove, then I'll drop into this just 3s and 6s on the bass drum. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So I ended there on the 6. I could have went, right? But I wanted to keep it syncopated. So if you're playing a groove in 6/8, you can either play a section of a song like this, very weird, or you can, half a measure, or like a 2-measure phrase, for instance. You could omit 1/1. All right. So if we even get a little bit more creative, though, I want to add in a 3/2 pattern with the right hand here. So I'm going to go open on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, close on the 2, 3, close on the 4, 5, close on the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want to add the double stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you close, open 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 1. Okay. So the basic groove to that is this. Going back to the original blues groove is, if I get this going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see I added some ghost notes in there. Okay, so that's pretty cool, a little bit up the speed. So you can see that's pretty cool in its own right. But now I want to play this ostinato pattern, playing now just the 3 and the 6 on the bass drum with no 1. All right? So I'll start it out with the 1 just so you get the feel, and then I'm going to drop the 1 out and maybe even add some accents with the cymbals to accentuate it, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Okay, so you can see I busted off the rails there for a second because I was thinking which hi-hat actually gets the accent anyway. So it's 1, 2, 3. So the 3 would actually be accented with a bass drum, right? But now then it goes 4 and 5, 6. So now I might want to hit the 6 with a cymbal. All right, let me try that. Let me get it going, and then I'll switch it out. See that? So that is pretty interesting. When you take the 1 out, you create an ostinato with the hi-hat, which is actually accenting the 3/2. So it's almost like you're in 3/4, but you're playing 6/8 with the rest of your limbs, right? Obviously 3/4 and 6/8 are the same thing. There's 6/8 notes, but in 3/4 the quarter note gets the pulse, and in 6/8 the dotted quarter note gets the pulse, right? So, but there's still 6/8 notes in each of these time signatures. So you can actually mix and match time signatures, and I'll show you that in the next video. So try that out. You could also bring it up to the ride cymbal if you want. You could play this on toms, whatever. But try to drop that 1 out and still stay in time. Stay true to the groove, because the 1 usually anchors us, right? So now we're dancing around the 1 with the 6. Very cool. Take that to the bank. Take care.